What if manifestation could be easy, effortless, and instantaneous? We're all constantly manifesting, but what if we could consciously and intentionally direct those manifestations and attract what we want into our lives? Through the use of the mind and the emotions, there's a way to do this that can be free from tension and anxiety that blocks what's desired. You may already know that the language of the subconscious mind is emotion. Emotion is how this portion of the mind knows if something is important or if it can be ignored. But you might not know that the subconscious mind can be used for quick, near instantaneous manifestations. Your subconscious mind is built to help you to achieve your goals. In fact, the results that you're getting in life right now are a direct manifestation of what your subconscious mind is programmed to bring you, even if you're unhappy with those results. The subconscious mind is always bringing you what you've told it to bring to you. But for most people, there is not an understanding of how they told their subconscious mind to bring them less than desirable results. Consider this simple explanation. Every time a person allows their limitations to be more important than their goals, on an emotional level, they relate to the subconscious mind that those limitations are the goal to be achieved, and in turn flow more energy to them. This produces more results that reflect those limitations back in the real-life experience. The only reason the subconscious mind does not bring a person what they want is because they have not told it what they truly desire in terms that it understands, or rather the language that it uses to communicate. When we tell the subconscious mind what we want, it works tirelessly behind the scenes to make it happen. Have you ever had the experience of dwelling on an issue for a while? You seem to be stuck, so you decide to walk away from it for a bit. And when you come back to the problem, the solution is evident. This is because you told your subconscious mind that you wanted to solve this problem. When you walked away, your subconscious mind was still at work, gathering all of its resources to do just that. Once you detached and came back to it, the subconscious effortlessly presented you the findings. It's like a computer. It will act on whatever inputs that we give it. If those inputs are flawed in relation to what you truly want, that's not the responsibility of the subconscious mind. It was simply given inaccurate information to work with where the true desire is concerned. So if we want different outputs or results, we must give it different inputs to work with. Following is a method in which to do that. The subconscious mind will always immediately follow what's being focused on. Take a few moments to think about a time when you felt abundant, or loved, or healthy. Choose just one of those for the time being, or another state of your choosing. As you think about those memories, notice the feelings associated with your preferred memory. Sometimes just thinking about the words abundance, love, and healthy can trigger an emotion that's related. Challenge your subconscious mind by asking it, what would it look like if I were abundant, or loved, or healthy? Don't spend a lot of time searching for the answer. Just ask the question and let it go. The subconscious will have to answer it because that's what it's designed to do. In fact, it can't ignore the questions due to the way that it's programmed to work. Notice how this doesn't take a lot of effort on your part. You don't have to try to feel abundant, loved, or healthy. You only have to very lightly access the state and notice how it feels. And for most, this happens within a few seconds. The subconscious mind will always immediately respond to what is being focused on by delivering a corresponding emotion per your request. It does this effortlessly without any work on your part. There were likely no limiting beliefs or even resistance when you simply took a moment to access the state desired. In instant manifestation terms, when we focus on a particular desired state, the subconscious mind delivers the emotion. To really grasp how instant manifestation works, you have to understand that everything is made out of energy, therefore vibration. As a result, everything manifests in a vibrational form first before it can be translated into physical reality. Recalling the state desired doesn't necessarily mean that you have your physical manifestation right in front of you. However, what you do have is the seed of that manifestation. And if you nurture that seed, it will grow into your physical reality. It's no secret that the way you feel attracts to you people, experiences, and opportunities that match those feelings. The key to unlocking your vibrational vault and letting all that you've ever desired manifest in physical form is to vibrate at the frequency of your manifested desires. But a lot of people get hung up on this concept and think it's too difficult. All you have to remember is that the emotion is the vibrational signature of any manifestation. Or you may choose to think of it as the seed of that manifestation. The plant that results from a seed has the same nature as the seed itself. But you can't simply have a plant pop out of thin air. In order to see growth, you plant the seed and nurture it with all the elements that it requires to survive and grow. And you continue to do that throughout the gestation period. Abundance is the seed of an abundant life. Love is the seed of a relationship. Feeling healthy is the seed of physical health. We each have the ability to plant the seed of abundance, or of love, or of health, or anything else. Once we water those seeds, care for them, and allow the time and the room for them to grow, they will naturally turn into the plant that holds the same design that was within the seed. In other words, accessing the state that corresponds to what you want most in a very relaxed way adds to that seed and gives it the energy required to grow. The key to instant manifestation lies in the understanding that it's the dominant emotional state which determines the speed and content of the attraction process. Fleeting moment-to-moment emotions are not as relevant. The operative word here is dominant. An emotion that you practice consistently is much more powerful than your momentary emotions. Even more significant, the happiness level of the dominant emotional state determines the pace of the manifestation process. The happier we are, the more relaxed we are about the fact that we can feel good about what we want anytime we choose, the faster we manifest our desires. Instant physical manifestation occurs when we have raised our dominant emotional state to such a high and consistent level of happiness that the door of our vibrational vault remains consistently open. When this is achieved, everything that is ever desired flows into life instantly, but at the perfect time. This means it manifests in our life due to our genuine readiness for it. The role of the subconscious mind in this process is crucial because its focus determines the dominant emotional state. Think of it as a lens. The lens will not focus itself. It will focus on whatever the conscious mind directs it to focus on. The conscious mind has the ability to be in charge rather than letting the subconscious mind run on default. If a person has not spent a lot of time allowing the conscious mind to be the dominant of the two, it will take practice to form the habit. Point being, if we direct our focus towards lack, then we will get lack. If we direct it towards abundance, we will get abundance. And we always have the choice to stop a particular focus in its tracks and replace it with what is truly wanted. To the subconscious mind, it doesn't really matter which one we choose. It will merely follow the directions given and serve accordingly. Whatever we choose to dominantly focus on carries a dominant emotional state likened to it, and in turn manifests correspondingly. The emotion is the instant manifestation and how we know where our lens is focused. In time, when we're able to keep this lens focused in the same direction, toward our desires, it will clarify and get bigger. Focused thought and emotion turns into more powerful thoughts and emotions. Those will turn into thoughts and emotions of the same nature, which will in turn become bigger and bigger physical manifestations. We always have the ability to immediately know where our lens is focused by the emotions that we feel. The emotion doesn't lie. If you don't like a particular emotion, it's up to you and you alone to change the focus. No one can do it for you. But with consistent practice and observance, you'll have a moment-by-moment awareness of exactly where your lens is focused, and you can make instant adjustments as necessary. If you are focused on lack and limitation, evidenced by the anxiety you feel around money, refocus that lens to abundance. To do this, remove the current focus by entering what's referred to as a zero state. In other words, clear your mind and emotions. Think of something unimportant and unrelated, such as the birds in the sky or how tall the trees are. It doesn't matter what you choose to focus on to clear the focus and the emotional state that corresponds. Just make it mundane and unrelated. Then refocus your lens by simply intending the emotion that you want, as in the example previously given. Then ask your subconscious mind what it would look like if you were already experiencing your desired manifestation. Or you may want to phrase the question like this: what if I were already abundant and all of my needs were met? Once again, the subconscious mind cannot ignore this and will diligently search for a way to access that information, and therefore the state that corresponds. You don't have to fully visualize your goal at this point, but merely plant the seed by focusing on the essence of the goal. Maybe you find it difficult to focus on earning $10,000 a month right now without a lot of resistance. However, you can focus on the light, positive feeling of abundance that's at the core of your being as a part of the infinite whole. You may find when you start using this process that you focus on the unwanted quite a bit. Remember that your subconscious mind, besides being a goal machine, is also very habitual. When the habit of focusing on lack has been formed, the subconscious mind creates that behavior because, again, it doesn't care where the lens is focused. This is what we commonly call resistance. In this instance, the subconscious mind is programmed to attract something unwanted. So when there's an attempt to change that program, there's going to be a time of resistance where it keeps following the old program. As new programs or focus are introduced, there is initial tension between the old and the new. So persistence is key. And the subconscious mind will take the cue once you've adamantly told it that you're choosing a new focus and new emotional states. The subconscious mind will, for a time, try to follow the old. So it's your job to hold your vision and the new program that you want to install. Eventually, it will get the message and start acting out the new program and attached emotional states. During this portion of the manifestation process, it's imperative to make the emotion be enough for the present moment. That is your instant manifestation. Obviously, the goal itself is what you really want, which will produce the feelings that you're seeking. But just as the seed is enough until the plant grows, the emotion must be enough until your creation grows. Be willing to do what it takes to put your focus where it needs to be. Focus on that goal daily, and give your manifestation the time that it needs to grow and mature. Don't worry about how or when it will happen. If you're accessing the corresponding emotional state, it will give you the feeling you're looking for with the physical manifestation. Let this consume you and relish in that state, because it's your ultimate end goal anyway. This doesn't mean that your manifestation will take a long time. For those that are well versed in this practice, they may see their manifestation within a matter of hours. However, you have to be okay with the way things are right now and rest in the knowing that you can feel great about what you want anytime that you choose to focus on it in that manner. Current reality is what it is, and that's okay. But you can create something new as long as you're willing to focus often on the vibrational signature of your goal. In time, the goal will make its way into your life. But for now, what you have is the seed of that goal. Nurture that little seed like a baby. Plant it, love it, spend time with it, be happy with it, and the seed will grow. The secret of the subconscious mind that leads to instant manifestation is that whatever you focus on, you receive the essence of or emotional match immediately. If you have a goal you'd like to manifest, simply think about that goal and how it makes you feel to have it. Or think about times in the past that felt the same way. Then allow the subconscious mind to effortlessly bring up the emotion that relates. In time, the subconscious mind will automate the new program because of the energy being given to it, and the old program will become dormant from lack of energy and disuse. The most important thing to remember is to hold the vision that you want to create, no matter how persistent the old program is. No matter what your subconscious brings up to the surface, redirect the focus to your goal. Don't ever compromise your vision, and eventually the subconscious mind will get the hint. You have to override it in order to see results. But once you do, it'll realize that this new focus and state are more important than its old programs, and it will set out to create the path of least resistance to a new physical reality of your choosing.